Hey, it's Alvin from Atomic Shelf, and today we're stepping into a mind that's been locked away, a touch that could kill, and a girl who learns that maybe her curse was never a curse at all. Let's talk about Shatter Me, and it all starts with this one number, 264.
264 days. I mean, just let that sink in. 264 days without a single human voice, without a touch, without anything but cold, hard silence. This isn't just a prison sentence. It's the entire world for Juliette Ferrars. A life in a box, because her touch is lethal.
But this story, this whole series, it's about what happens when that box shatters. It's about how this girl, who is absolutely convinced she's a monster, finds out that her curse might just be the catalyst for a revolution. So let's get into it. All right, so first step, a girl made of numbers. To really get Juliette, you have to understand that her prison isn't just the walls around her. It's made of numbers. Counting is her only anchor, you know? It's the only way she can structure a life that's been completely broken. She feels like she's been tossed right off the edge of the world.
And this is her reality. Everything is broken down into these cold facts. One window to a world she can never, ever touch. 4 walls that are her only companions. And 26 letters in a language she's basically forgotten how to speak because there's been no one to talk to.
And this is where the real pain comes from. This isn't just some sci-fi power she was born with. It's about being denied the most fundamental human need from the very beginning. Her own parents were afraid to touch her. Can you even imagine that? It's a kind of loneliness that just seeps into your bones.
Okay, so, Section 2, a crack in the wall. After 264 days of that crushing silence, everything changes. The door opens, and it's not a guard, it's a boy, a cellmate. And just like that, the one thing she's been completely starved of is standing right in front of her. The shock of it just fractures her entire world.
And this is how we get to live inside her head. The way this book is written is it's this raw, lyrical, broken poetry. The words with the strike through, they're not mistakes. They're her real, unfiltered thoughts. It's her hope and her fear at war with each other on the page. And that's the terrifying push and pull she's constantly living with. Adam being near her is a threat, but it's also everything she has ever wanted. It's this magnetic, terrifying dance between desire and absolute danger. And then he touches her. Through a blanket, but still he touches her, and she doesn't kill him. Instead, she just shatters. But not from pain, it's from feeling. It is an explosion of sensation in a life that has been defined by nothingness. This right here, this is the first crack in her prison.
Now for Section 3, the perfect weapon. Just as this little crack of light gets into her cell, a new, much darker shadow falls over her. Because someone else has been watching. Someone who doesn't see a broken girl at all. No, he sees potential. He sees a weapon. And his name is Warner.
And this really shows you the heart of the conflict, doesn't it? The whole story becomes a battle of touch. With Adam, touch is warmth, it's healing, it's about putting her back together. But Warner's touch, even through a glove, it's all about control and power and possession. It's a violation.
So why does Warner want this power so bad? Well, they're living in this world that's been completely bleached of personality. The government, the reestablishment, they promised a perfect future by basically erasing the past, destroying art, stories, individuality. And Warner wants to control this sterile world with his own perfect weapon.
And here's the question that changes everything for her. For 17 years, her touch has been a curse that made her a monster. And now, the most powerful man she's ever met looks at that exact same thing and calls it a gift. It just completely shatters her sense of who she is. Is she a monster? Or is she a weapon?
In Warner, he tests her in the most twisted way imaginable. He puts her in a room with a small child and gives her an ultimatum. Use your power, prove you can control it, or this little kid dies. It's just this moment of pure, calculated cruelty that's designed to break her spirit completely.
Section 4, the world outside. But Warner's cruelty, it doesn't break her. It ignites something inside of her. With Adam's help, she decides to run, not just from a cell, not just from Warner, but from the very idea that she's some passive victim. This is the moment she finally chooses to fight back.
And in their escape, something incredible happens.
For the very first time, she unleashes her power on her own terms. It's not an accident, it's not self-defense, it is a choice. And the feeling is just raw and visceral. She tears through solid steel like it's made of paper.
In that act of pure will, it triggers something, a memory, a realization that this strength, this incredible power, has always been there, just waiting for her to claim it. She isn't just a girl with a lethal touch. She is immensely, terrifyingly strong.
And that brings us to our last section, choosing to fight. This escape is the final stage of her transformation. It's not about running away anymore. It's about turning a whole lifetime of what she saw as a weakness into an unbelievable strength.
Because she discovers the single most important thing of all. She is not alone. There are others like her, others with abilities. Her curse isn't some freak accident. It's a shared power. And together, it could be the one thing that actually saves their broken world.
And in this one quiet, perfect moment, Adam gives her a new name, a new identity. He doesn't see a monster, he doesn't see a weapon, he looks at her, standing there in a suit that finally lets her control her power, and he sees a superhero. He gives her the one word she never ever dared to dream for herself.
So where does that leave us? It leaves us with this promise. The girl who was locked in a cell for 264 days is gone, and in her place is a symbol of a rebellion just waiting to catch fire. She found her voice, her strength, her purpose. This isn't the end of her story. This is the moment she finally learns to fly.